Hey guys, Jonah here, back with another beer review, and we're going back to Italy because it is the summertime. But we're going for a dark beer this time, and the brewery is up here somewhere. Ooh, where is it? Up here near Turin, Milan. It's this one, Canediguerra, whatever the hell that is. And there is an actual article, and this time the article is written by the boss, the editor, Richard, or as I call him, Dick Crosdell. And the interesting thing about this, he says, not being able to turn over the page, is this dude. It is the head brewer, Alessio Gatti, which I think is cool. So this is the dude that brewed the beer I'm about to enjoy. Hey, I'm loving it. Right, so this is the bad boy here, and it's a trippy can. I mean, it's like one of those things. Do you remember those pictures that made your eyes go a bit funky? Yeah, it's one of those. There you go, Canediguerra. It's a brown porter, but I would say this is more mild, really. It's 3.8% on the ABV. And then obviously everything is in Italiano, which is fine. Apparently the hops in this bad boy are East Kent Goldings, so it's an Italian beer using the hops that were grown down the road from here. The can even has a black top, but a silver bottom. I wouldn't have minded a brown bottom, although that sounds a bit disgusting, doesn't it? The hops, East Kent Goldings, obviously. The malts, we've got Golden Promise as their base malt, which is cool. That is one that people don't usually use, but is one of the more traditional kind of malts that people used to use back in the day. And they're using brown malt, which I was chatting to someone the other day about brown malt. Why isn't this opening? My God, the canning these days is ridiculous. I just can't open them. Maybe it's my arthritis in my my hands. I don't know. Right, let's get this bad boy into a glass, and we shall see what we get. This has been chilling out overnight in the fridge. I know, it's a dark beer, but I don't want to have any explosions. Let's do something like this. See if we can get it nice. Oh, if I put my head in the way. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. Oh, this smells absolutely gorgeous. Lovely, lovely stuff. It's got a few legs on it. The head is obviously, I've just generated some more, but we're talking half a finger's head. Now I will describe, and we can see that as it's showing. Not really, but there's a nice sort of golden coloured bit. It is not pure. It looks black to you, I know, but there's a nice golden sort of brown colour to this. Looks absolutely proper. I'm getting cocoa, a little bit of nuttiness, like brown nut. Yeah, nutty brown. Do you remember that? That used to be an ale, but it was proper brown. Maybe a hint of coffee, a hint of that coffee kind of bitterness that you get. Sometimes you get from less roasted coffee, the kind of more green coffee, if you know what I mean. Green coffee? Is he mad? Well, I might be. But yeah, it's not that real roastiness. It's not that kind of heavy astringency. It's a slightly more floral kind of coffee. Um, and for those of you aficionados, is that how you say it? You can actually get green coffee. And yeah, like I say, there is definitely, I don't know if you can see that, definitely legs to this. Looks absolutely proper. Right. Let's see what we get from this bad boy. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing to the Unclejona Army, where we review good beer and hopefully I entertain you at the same time. Cheers and beers, guys. Oh, yeah, that bitterness is there. A little bit of creaminess too. There is a bit of that dark kind of ground, roasted kind of thing going on. Do they call it a brown porter? Yeah, my God, look, brown porter. Not sure about that, but what I do know is I do like it. Now, does it have oats? Let me look in here. I'll look at the untapped. Sorry, the untapped. I'll look at the beer 52. Flaked barley. It says brown malt, crystal malt, carafa 2. So not the really dark one, and golden promise as the base malt. So no wheat, no oats in this bad boy. Does have a hint of creaminess, but if I remember, golden promise is, yeah, it gives a different kind of flavor. Well, obviously, it gives a different flavor profile to things like Marisotta or two row or whatever. So maybe that's giving me that more creamy kind of thing. Although it said flaked barley as well, so maybe that's adding a bit of the creaminess to it. Really, really nice. 3.8%. Maybe they should have said it's a dark mild. Stouts and porters are usually traditional, stronger. Indeed, a stout porter originally was meant to be the stronger one, I think, but it kind of swapped, and usually porters are a little bit stronger. But hey, who am I to argue? Oh, yes, so now the roastiness is coming through. Oh, got an itchy nose. It doesn't have a huge amount of astringency. There's a little bit of sweetness actually. That's going to be the crystal malt, I guess, coming through. But yeah, that kind of coffee. And when I say coffee, it's not an espresso. It's not a real dark coffee. Despite the colour of the beer, it's more the kind of hint of coffee. Maybe that real dark chocolate, but not in the bitterness way. This definitely isn't a bitter beer. But like I say, the crystals maybe giving it a little bit of kind of sweetness as well as the brown malt, obviously. Maybe that's combating the kind of bitterness, the astringency, the roastedness of this beer, which is absolutely fine. There was one time, not that long ago, when mild was the most drunk beer in the UK. Or I guess it would have been maybe more likely that it was Great Britain at the time. I know the UK and Britain are slightly different. Includes Ireland and Northern Ireland and all sorts of stuff like that. But yeah, mild, really difficult to get a decent mild these days. Unless you're in May, mild May. Apparently July is meant to be cider month, which I thought was quite bizarre. I mean, it is sunny, and cider, especially with ice in, goes really well with summertime. But traditionally, cider is a winter drink, not a summer's drink. So whoever came up with that is completely bonkers, eh? Whoa. Okay, so that last sip, which is where all the kind of particulates settle out to, little bit stronger taste, little bit more coffee, little bit more bitterness actually, but still not a massive amount of bitterness. But that from a non-British, non-UK country, and in this case from Italy, that is a fantastic attempt at a brown porter, they're calling it. I would say it's more akin to a kind of dark mild type thing. There we are. Canediguerra. Mama de Papa. It making me very happy. Very cool. This has been, in fact, I might spend some time looking at that and like making my eyes go funny and all that kind of jazz. Hopefully this was entertaining to you. That is my remit on this channel, trying to entertain, educate, and make people drink damn beer. This has been Uncle Jonah. Please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will be back with another beer review, and that will be coming up real soon.